break down the inception point of the succubus spirit that could be in your life in the third dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? And this succubus spirit is being used by a demon to drain chosen one's electromagnetic frequency on the planet. All right, guys. Number one, they use. I got my board right here. Signs a succubus spirit in your life. They use you to achieve their goals. All right, guys. So when it comes down to the succubus spirit, and you might hear somebody in the roof, so you gotta just ignore that, or you might hear somebody here, so you just gotta ignore it. All right. They use you to achieve their goals. This is a sign of a succubus spirit, guys. When a person is trying to use you to achieve their goals, and you guys got to be careful about who are acting like they're on your side, who acting like they rooting for you. A lot of times, the people that's rooting for you, you know, sometimes they're against you, right? Especially if they know you. You know, a lot of people, that's close to you, they'll try to pretend like they're rooting for you, but they really against you. Once you achieve that goal, then they think that you owe them they think that you owe them the blessings based off of what you work for that God bless you with. You know what I'm saying? This is how the succubus spirit play. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men, got this type of spirit, and a lot of women got this type of spirit as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they be trying to use you to achieve their goals. You know, scammers out here, professional manipulators. You know, based off of how they communicate with people. You guys got to watch out for these type of people. You know, a lot of people, they'll try to talk smooth to you. They'll tell you everything that you want to hear just to try to use you for your money, right? And that's their goal, right? Because they don't want to put in the work. So they want to use you for the hard work that you have put in. You know, a lot of people are like this, guys. A lot of people, once you achieve your goals, they gonna try to come up to you and ask you for your blessings, money, or for fame. Let's say if you got an online, you doing digital real estate, you blow up. People want to come around you for fame, right? People hit you up because you got famous. People hit you up because you making a lot of money now. Not all of a sudden everybody want to hit you up. You know what I'm saying? Guys, man, that's a succubus spirit. You don't want to deal with these type of people. I don't care who they is. It could be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. You don't want to deal with people that want you to achieve their goals. It's like they want you to work for them. That's what it is. That's what they saying. Yeah, not okay. You achieve that goal. You work for me. Now uh, give me all the blessings from your hard work, that you receive. That's crazy, guys. Entitled people, guys. A lot of people in this third dimensional realm, very, very entitled, very, very lazy. You gotta watch out for these type of people, right? They want to take credit for what you got going on. It's crazy, guys, for the hard work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a connection with God, man, God said, excuse me, for hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. You know what I'm saying? And God got his hedge around you. And God gonna show these people his wrath for having bad intentions towards you. So you're gonna have to get rid of a lot of people, because once you get to a certain level in life, a certain amount of income, people want to know how much money you make, right? Because they want to control your finances. They want to come up to you and say, bro, can I borrow this, or can you pay this bill for me? Can you pay that bill for me? Suck you with spirit, because they refuse to put it in the work, right? Because of their own laziness. You know what I'm saying? And they'll use anything to try to justify that, the reason why they not at the point where you at, because, because of this, because of that. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. People got the same 24 hours as you got. All right? So there's no excuse. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So they got to put in the work, man. All right, guys? Number two, guys. Another sign of succubus spirit in your life. They only call you when they need something. Guys, this is a sign of a succubus spirit is in your life, bro. I know how I read that, like, man, here we go again. Here's another sign. You know what I'm saying? But guys, man, it's crazy. You ever had that one person that they only call you when something going on and when they need something. You know what I'm saying? Can I borrow some sugar? You know what I'm saying? They only want to pick up the phone. Oh, can I borrow some money to the first? They don't want to pick up the phone just to ask you for something. They never pick up the phone and say, "Hey, how you doing, bro? I'm just checking up on you," right? I don't want nothing from you. I'm not hating on your situation. All this type of stuff. They don't say that. They only call you when they need something. Or I need you to donate to this charity. I need you to donate to this. Bro, it's like, bro, that's a succubus spirit, bro. You know, a lot of y'all end up dealing with these type of spirits, but a lot of people got these type of spirits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta block, man. You gotta block that person. Cause 9 times out of 10, if you giving them, what you're doing is you're supplying their narcissism, right? You know, they're not working for what they supposed to work for. You know, whatever they ask you for, they're supposed to work for it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that word on. The Bible says people without works is dead. Put that word on them every single time, man. So they can go out there and put in the work. You know what I'm saying? To stop letting people use you, man. Like I said, these are low vibrational energies that's using you, right? Because they know that you in a high vibration and you don't mind putting in the work. Right? You vibrating too fast for them. You don't need to be communicating with them if you vibrate too fast for them, or if you at a higher vibration than them. You don't need to be communicating with them. You need to be around people that are like-minded, that's putting in the work like you putting in the work. You know, and plus bad company corrupts good manners. They keep asking you, only calling you to ask you for something. You know, can they have something? You know, based off of their benefits. It can cause you to have a bad spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep calling you. So if they making you mad all the time, man, get rid of that person. You know what I'm saying? They bad energy, bro. They lazy. You know what I'm saying? That they a succubus. All right, guys. Number 3, guys. They borrow money or items and never return them. This is another sign of succubus spirit in your life. When they borrow, money or items, they never return them. Bro. You dealing with a succubus. You know how people is, guys. They'll say they'll pay you back on the first, and then guys, when the first come, they'll have the money ball up in their hand. Y'all know what that sign mean. When a person had the money ball up in their hand, and then they get it to you, it ain't all there. It ain't all there, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gotta hustle some more. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna make it another excuse. But guys, man, you don't want to be dealing with people like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you could trust somebody, when it comes down to borrowing stuff, but a lot of times, guys, people, they don't want to borrow. They want to have it. You know what I'm saying? They want to hit you up later. Oh, bro, I know I asked, can I borrow this, but can I have it? You know how people is, bro. They trying to manipulate, bro. They use that word borrow, but they really want it, bro. They jealous of what you have because you put in the work. You build your life up, right? You self-improve spiritually and financially, right? And they got the same 24 hours as you. They can do the same thing as you, bro. It's just they don't want to do it. Like, guys, man, you got to stop dealing with these type of people. These type of people is low vibrational, man. You know what I'm saying? That borrow money, borrow items and they don't return it. That's a person that's untrustworthy. You know why? Because they got a succubus spirit. They didn't really mean can they borrow it when they say can I borrow it. They mean that can I have it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really meant. You know how a lot of people is. They try to make things sound good. So so you'll think like, oh, they just want to borrow. Nah, they want to have it, bro. All right, guys. You can't trust people nowadays. All right, guys. The Bible says trust no man. Number 4, guys. They love bomb you to get close, then use you. This is another sign of succubus spirit in your life. They love bomb you just to try to get close to you, guys. There's people out here, they do this, they very, very flattering, right? People try to manipulate you with money. People try to manipulate you with beauty. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like, what they do is they'll show you a lot of love at first. And then when they get what they want from you, they stop showing the love, right? Love bombing you, right? And then once they get what they want from you, they think that they're going to just keep getting what they want from you, right? Or what they'll do is they'll pull back, right? To the point where you start giving way more than what they're giving. You know what I'm saying? They're playing a manipulation game with you, man. That's the succubus spirit. That's what the succubus do. The succubus gonna make it seem like, they love you, but really they love how you loving them. They don't love you. They just showing you fake love, right? In exchange for your genuine love, right? So, man, you guys got to be careful about who you hang around. A lot of people like this got a succubus spirit, man. You guys got to be careful. It could be someone that got a succubus spirit that you just met, right? That's close to you, or you just texting, you just getting to know them. They might have a succubus spirit. The Bible says, "Try the spirit by the spirit, just see if it's of God." So you got to test their spirit. You got to test them to see what type of guy they is, what type of girl they is. You know what I'm saying? You got to test people out, bro. All right. Number 5, guys. They stay for comfort and not love. Guys, this is another sign of a succubus spirit in your life. They stay for comfort and not love. It's some men that do this, but there's a lot of women that do this. This is the truth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females, they stay with men that they know they don't love just for comfort and not for love. That's a succubus spirit. You know what I'm saying? If you putting in all the work, you paying for everything. They're not paying for nothing in a relationship. You paying for every single thing. You know what I'm saying? They only there for the comfort. They're not there for not. They're not there for love, right? They there because they need help, right? Not to show you love. You know what I'm saying? When a person really loves you, they don't mind sacrificing for you like you sacrificing for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind helping you out. But when you put in all the work, bro, you got that. That's that simp mentality, and they just there for the comfort, bro. They not really the love is not they not loving like how you loving, bro. Bro. That's sign of a succubus spirit. I can't deal with that type of person. I can't even date a female like that. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying for a date, you gotta pay for a date. I'm not playing these type of games. Or matter of fact, it ain't. Matter of fact, I don't even date. Matter of fact, I just FaceTime females. You know what I'm saying? I get to know women through FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? I stopped dating because I know how dating is. Dating is just a game. You know, you can tell somebody genuinely like you based off of just a genuine connection. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to do with money. Like I said, if it always got to do with money, and that person is all about just your money, that's a succubus spirit. You know what I'm saying? But this how cold-hearted people is. People cold-hearted. They'll be around you just because for comfort and not to show love. But you got to recognize that. You know, a lot of y'all, just because a person let you sleep with them, that doesn't mean that they love you. You know, it's a lot of women. They let men sleep with them and stuff like that, but they don't even love them. That's how cold a lot of these women are. You know what I'm saying? Succubus. But they sleep with you in exchange for you. They want you to buy them gifts, trips, and all this type of stuff. That's not love. You know what I'm saying? You in a relationship that's just, you're dealing with an escort, bro. All right, guys. Number 6, guys. Another sign of a succubus spirit in your life. They treat your body like a transaction, guys. This is another sign of a succubus spirit in your life, man. They treat your body as like a transaction. So, for an example, man, it's like they only want to sleep with you. That's succubus spirit, right? You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing it genuinely. You can tell when a person is sleeping with you genuinely, right? Or what they'll do is they'll sleep with you, but in exchange they want you to buy them gifts. They want you to take them shopping. Bro. That's a succubus that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of females, they end up doing this. A lot of men end up doing some of this stuff too, right? But it's a lot of females that they got that succubus spirit. You know what I'm saying? You think you sleeping with a guy is supposed to be transactional. Nah, that's not love. That's a succubus, right? You let him sleep with you just because in exchange for materials. That ain't no real love right there. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to drain him for his money. You know what I'm saying? You're not sleeping with him because you sleeping with him genuinely. You sleeping with him only because he's spending his money. That ain't no love right there, brother. You dealing with a succubus if you in a relationship like that. You want to get out of that relationship immediately, man, because that person is draining you. I'm telling you guys. Number 7, they take credit for your work. God, this is not a sign of succubus in your life. They taking credit for your work, man. And like I said, a lot of people, they want to do that. When you get something really good and they don't have it, bro, people they'll try to even take credit for your work. Oh, it's all because of me and all this type of stuff, bro. Nah, you put in the work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they jealous of that, bro. That's a sign of a succubus. All right, guys. You don't need to be around people that are taking credit for your work. You know why? Because they jealous of you too. That's jealousy, bro. Like, you put in all this hard work and then they want to take credit for the hard work that you put in, bro. Bro. You're not dealing with a person that's genuine. You're not dealing with a person that have good intentions towards you. How you doing? What's up, the Sauce God? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? I wish like more people come in the chat, bro. A lot of y'all just be sitting back and don't comment. But I appreciate Sauce God for commenting, man. It might be your first time commenting, but I appreciate that, bro. How you been, bro? I've been good, man. Working. and trying to help you guys out in every way that I can. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just imputing knowledge. I'm straight, man. No doubt. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just staying at it, bro. Staying on my purpose. Yeah, he say he's trying to get into the money. Yeah, like I said, I'm staying on my purpose, bro. Trying to enlighten you guys about different type of spirits that can be in your life. But you gotta watch out for the succubus spirit, bro. The succubus spirit. I know you might have had a girlfriend that's like that succubus spirit, but bro, you gotta get rid of these type of females immediately, bro. It's some guys got a succubus spirit, but it's a lot of females got a succubus spirit, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they're more colder with the succubus spirit than most guys. Most women, like I said, bro, they'll let a man sleep with them. They'll give a man head and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And don't even love that man at all. That's how cold a lot of these women, in exchange for gifts and all this type of stuff. Like, you dealing with a succubus, bro. You dealing with you dealing with an escort. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with these type of women, bro. These type of women, they the worst women. They really jealous of your success. And a lot of men, they don't see that. Y'all gotta ignore the people in the background. There's people in here talking, so you just gotta ignore them. But yeah, man, you guys gotta be very, very careful, bro. Because like I said, a lot of females, they're not at your best interest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females are taught to be succubus. Only want to go be around him for money. Try to deceive him to take his money. Because a lot of women, they're taught to be lazy. They're not taught to go and get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all women. Now, there's some women out here, they getting their degrees, they working hard and all this type of stuff. But it's a lot of women, still a lot of women out here that got a succubus spirit, bro. That want to destroy you, that want to bring down, they want to tear you down financially. Because that's their job. Their job is to tear us successful men down. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all got some advice. I hope it helped you out. Hope that it encourages some sort of way. But these are signs of a succubus spirit in your life, man. All right, man. Detect that succubus spirit and get that succubus out of your life, guys. This is the Culminator Aristocracy. I'm out, y'all.